That Talking Podcast. I'm JJ Starr.
I'm downtown Andy.
You are dramatic, Andy. And the Emmy goes to...
Dandy Andy.
Dandy Andy.
Dandy Andy.
Andy's Candy.
I could go for one of those right now.
Right? Well, we're here to talk and bring some civil discourse to an otherwise discordant world.
I'm just trying to liven it up. Change it up.
It's a rainy day. It's been a rain and the
Well,
birds are all wet.
If it ends up raining tomorrow, then they'll know that.
Well, today it rained.
They don't know what day today is.
It doesn't matter. It's the first day that it's actually rained when it said it was going to rain.
Yeah.
You good over there? You want to take a break?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, just like
You're just going to do it live?
I fidget. But again, people driving in their cars will not know these things.
No.
But you know what they do know?
What do they know? Do they?
If you've listened to us before, you know that we have 3 rules.
3 rules for the sake of civility here in our little bubble. And those rules are no judgment, nothing personal, and don't be a dick, please. S'il vous plaît. I'm going to learn how to say that in French.
See, fixed it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I was trying to do it, before I had to talk again. Problem solved.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about?
Or do we just want to keep talking about your microphone?
I could spend an hour talking about my microphone. Could you spend an hour talking about your microphone?
Probably not. Not an hour.
Oh, see, the funny thing is, every time I come to you with a topic, you always say to me something along the lines of, well, we covered that. Like, we covered that, or we covered something like that recently, or last year, or whenever it was.
Well, I mean, it's sort of like, it's hard to say that we're picking original topics because I feel like we are just continuing the conversation. It's just a continuation of the same conversation.
Before you said that was going to be the next thing I said.
Yeah.
About you.
About me?
I talk about you a lot.
Oh.
Everyone knows. Everyone should talk about their wives. Pleasantly.
Shit talk about their wives?
Should talk about their... Listen, I know I slur my words, but come on.
Whoa.
Let's be honest.
Yes. Come on.
Are we splitting hairs here?
Come on. No.
Huh? They're threatening castration.
No. Spain is... What was it?
Spain is very beautiful.
Spain is very beautiful.
In case you guys haven't picked up on this, we have a lot of inside jokes, which are really just, movie references that only we get.
Yeah.
And if you'd like to be in on the conversation, you need to email us at dtandyandjjstar.com with 2 R's.
And you can just ask us, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean? There's another one.
What do you mean? Oh, man. All right. What do you want to talk about?
One episode, though, we should do that. We should just do the whole thing in movie quotes and then, and tell them where they're from.
Should we tell them where they're from?
I mean,
maybe we'll make it like a scavenger hunt.
For all we know, someday somebody might be using our episodes as something to quote.
Well, I hope that if you do, if tagging is still a thing, you'll tag us so we know.
What happens when we start quoting ourselves? Is that, you think that'll be a thing?
Don't we?
Yeah, you and I to each other, not to other people.
As in, Spain is very beautiful.
I don't go up to other people in public and I'm just like, my wife said Spain is very beautiful.
Spain is very beautiful.
What do I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
So this was another one of those weeks where what I thought we should talk about changed throughout the week.
Yeah.
And of course, also traditionally,
evolved.
It changes into something else. And then I say, well, we can tie those 2 together. There's a way to do it.
I know how to do that.
Because it started out middle of last week. It was probably right when I was proof listening to last week's episode. And I thought of this great idea of not putting in my 2 cents to anything. I'm going to keep them for myself. I'm going to keep a little bit more change in my pocket.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even a metaphor. I am just going to keep all my 2 cents because fuck everybody else.
Well, nobody takes pennies. Nobody takes cash anymore.
Oh, that's right. Everybody's got those signs up in their drive-thrus. I'm sure I've said this at some point. I can't comment on anything. I can't go on any social media. I can't go on any thread, any conversation, any article posting, whatever it is. I cannot, even though I have dramatically decreased the frequency with which I do it.
I mean, you are able to.
I have to make myself stop.
Yes.
Because people out there are just nasty.
Well, you know that.
Yeah.
People
are hostile.
Unlike people going into it for the sake of just spewing their 2 cents into a conversation, you go into it knowing that you're about to
enter the lion's den.
And not because you're out there being problematic or anything, just because everyone will have something to say.
I know I've said this before. there have been so many instances where I can't even say something positive without somebody tearing it apart or criticizing me or, just shitting on my day because they can. So fuck them. I'm not going to do it. End of episode.
But, it goes, that's just it, is that it's not just online. It's everything.
It is.
It's everywhere. Because, even if someone is, being a total pessimist about something, and some random thing,
Therapy.
The price of milk.
Therapy.
Okay?
We've
Sure.
talked about therapy.
We've talked about therapy, sure. If someone's being a total pessimist about, something like that, and then you say, yes, but, and you sort of try and reframe it for them, they come back at you with a yes, but. It's like they can't even accept the silver lining. No. They can't even accept the possibility that, there is a silver lining, let alone that it's being presented to them in a way to reframe and maybe turn something around and everything. They're just like, and my favorite argument, my favorite closer is always like, you don't get it.
There shouldn't even need to be a closer. Yourself. Like we've made a career out of civil public discourse. Mm-hmm. We don't get nasty. We don't tear into each other. I'd like to think that people have taken, note of that and try to employ it in their daily lives. But
I don't
can
know.
Lead a horse to water kind of situation.
Do you think that we are, intentionally or not, but do you think that we are actually
making a difference?
No. Do you think, not we, the royal we?
You're going to have to explain that to me one day.
Do you think that we, as a people now, are, manifesting confrontation?
Yes.
Do you think it's intentional?
Yes.
You do?
Everybody is building massive amounts of rage within themselves. Everybody is just waiting to blow.
Really?
Yeah, because of look at all the tribalism that's out there.
But that's not new.
No, it's not new, but again, it's a slowly boiling pot ready to fucking
where do you think this stemmed from? Where did it start? When did it become so severe?
Think about it. There are so many spaces for people to I have to remind myself there's a difference between community and communism.
Yes.
Because it's very different. It's very
different.
It's very easy to think of the two similarly.
The only thing they have in common is their Latin root.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because there are all these communal spaces, whether it's, out in the world or on the internet or whatever it is, and because of technology, everyone is able to find their freakish people.
Freakish people.
Find your freaks. You're able to find your freaks a lot more easily.
Findyourfreaks.com.
Is that a thing?
It probably.
Find your nerds.
If not, TM.
Ooh, speaking of nerds, we have them in the cabinet.
We have nerds. I just let that happen. I really did just let that happen. Okay.
Findyournerds.com. No, so because of technology and without missing a beat, it is so much easier now for people to find your like-minded people, your like-minded cohorts, if you will, to have your back and engage in similar interests and, but then because of technology, it also allows for everybody to have their 2 cents and to put them out publicly. For anybody to say anything and everything they want, and at the same time opens them up to every criticism imaginable.
But that's just it, is that regardless of the community aspect of it, regardless of the technology, because neither of those things are new. Right. They're not recent things.
I know.
I mean, let's be honest. Facebook has been around for 20 fucking years at this point. This is not new shit.
But it wasn't happening.
But that's just it.
Not like
something turned. Some switch got flipped. And my question to you is, what do you think it was?
The state of the world.
That doesn't mean anything to me. The world is always in a state. What is the state of the world? When did that switch flip?
Everyone's ever growing hostility, the fact that the rich seem to be getting richer and the middle class is stagnant and the poor is stagnant.
Again, that is not a new concept. So what do you think it actually is? And
everyone's ever growing hate for Donald Trump. I don't know.
Is that what it is?
Sure.
Is it Donald Trump?
Because
I remember people hating George W. Bush.
I remember that too.
People hated George W. Bush.
Anybody who's a Republican, that's basically it.
No, because they've hated plenty of Democrats. Trust me, I think Obama got quite a bit of hate. But that's just it, is that these things were
not as much as Biden.
And it's not that they weren't happening. They weren't happening as loudly. People were not as insistent on inserting their 2 cents into every conversation and every debate.
You want my honest answer?
Yes.
I think it's everyone got a lot more selfish. Everyone got selfish. Everyone in the world got with access to smart technology. Everyone in the world got way more selfish because everyone has a supercomputer at the ready. Anybody can post and say anything they want at any given time on any platform to as many viewers as possible, and hell with the consequences, because what's the worst that's going to happen? You're going to get deplatformed, or you're going to get, shadow banned for a while, or whatever it is. There's never going to be any severe, real consequences. You're not going to get arrested. You're not going to get fined, nothing like that.
Do you think that it's one of those doing it for the gram kind of situations, though? Do you think that all of these people who are so just tempestuous and
that's a good word,
right, brewing inside themselves, just waiting to unleash their opinions on the world at large, do you think that it's one of those I did it for the gram kind of situation?
That's a fair amount of it, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't speak to
it's a lot of bandwagoning.
Every individual. Well, I mean, again, I've said this before. I've started and stopped so many things, no matter how big or small, because I'm this is not going to end well. Even if I'm just saying I like donuts, anybody could go on there and be fuck you, man, pancakes are where it's at. You're a retard.
And then someone else will say, you can't say retard anymore.
Retard.
There's a lot of things.
Faggot.
You can't say shit anymore because words have
lawn jockey.
Because words have consequences.
No, they don't.
Lawn jockey.
France is very beautiful.
Spain is very beautiful.
God. Nothing. I mean, honestly, I think the only thing that really has consequences anymore is physical contact. Bless you. You have a button.
Excuse me. What am I going to do? Sneeze at you?
I'm just kidding. You were the one who got excited about.
You ran away for a box of nerds.
Again, I think everyone has grown increasingly more selfish because nobody thinks before they speak. Nobody thinks about the ramifications of what they say, what impact that will have. And most people, they just don't care. They don't care. Everybody wants to say and do what they want to do and let the chips fall where they may. Bless you. You have to leave that in. I want to hear that.
What's happening to me?
You're allergic to bullshit.
I am allergic to bullshit.
Again, everyone just wants to say and do what they want because you know what it is? I think that everyone sees other people in the world getting away with murder. Not murder literally, but getting away with so much and thinking, well, if they can do it, why can't I?
Ugh, that argument makes my butthole clench. I fucking loathe that argument so much. It's well, everybody else is doing it, so why I may as well. It's no, be a cut above the low standard.
That's what we were taught.
Seriously.
In our youth, right?
Yes.
Now, this is where I tie in.
Don't sink to their level.
The ladder of the topic.
Go for it.
So over this Father's Day weekend, thanks for Happy Father's
Day.
Father over here. That mug cost me nothing.
Father.
And the K back to front because he's a fucking moron. So on Saturday, I took Henry to a scout outing. Okay, I've been taking him to a lot of scout meetings lately. Because
his mother doesn't seem to want to.
She's going. She's going all Oliver's band stuff and whatnot. And as I don't want to criticize the people, because they're all really nice people. Okay.
Like
But
the kids?
no, the adults.
Oh, okay.
The kids are kids.
I'm like, don't criticize the kids.
So, some of the kids like rubbed me the wrong way until I was just like, they're kids, you know.
No, but you can judge their parents for how the kids act.
I can, yeah.
150%.
So this entire time, no matter what meeting or gathering it is that I'm at, I'm looking at it with the colored glasses of I was a scout 30 years ago, you know.
30 years ago.
Yeah, 30 years ago now. And it was very, very different in my youth.
Yeah.
It was the same, just like with teachers, just like with parents. Like, you didn't dare talk back. You didn't dare have an outburst.
And not for fear.
Yes.
For fear?
For fear
Really?
of punishment, for fear of embarrassment.
Embarrassment, yeah,
You
I
didn't
can see that.
dare go against the adults because it wasn't proper. It wasn't nice.
Yeah.
It wasn't correct. It wasn't
correct, I think that's where we were really put.
like,
That's the place we
you
were
know,
put
we
in.
had our den meetings and our pack meetings. Den is like the group of like 4 or 6 of us, and den is like all the, you know, packs put together in the school auditorium or cafeteria, one or the other. And if the peace sign went up and you start hearing people go, shh, you shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, or they would make an example out of you in front of the whole room. And
Not like a paddling or anything, right?
no, they would just make you
Okay.
feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know, they would call attention to you to make you. And back then, you felt embarrassed. I mean, there was a very, very small percentage of guys who would just be like, you know, fuck you, like I don't care.
Well, yeah, but that's how it was. I mean, think about being in school at that age also. If you did something, the teacher would call you out. If you passed a note, if you wouldn't stop laughing or something. I remember I was in 6th grade and I was just laughing at something that somebody said. And I don't know what crawled up my teacher's ass, but he's just like, out in the hall now. And I'm like, the fuck did I do?
Now, when we were kids, whether it was scouts or school or whatever, if the teacher or the adult in the room gave an instruction or an order, you followed it. You
Yes.
followed it or you faced the consequences.
Yes.
The
The consequences. It's not me this time.
The consequences. And if you didn't, you went to the principal's office. You got removed from the group. You didn't get, you know, to play with everybody or get the prize or whatever it was. There were consequences, and you were removed and withheld. They withheld reward.
Yeah.
And they made you
Yes.
feel like you were lesser for having, you know, gone against the grain, gone against the group.
Now, in saying these things, I'm going to ask you directly because I know the answer and I want you to say it. I want you to say it out loud. Is any of that a bad thing?
What, to be embarrassed for having an outburst?
Mm-hmm.
No, not at all.
Ta-da!
Not at all. Not at all. We all learn the hard way. Kids today now have it so easy.
There's no fucking hard way at all. It's everything is compromised now.
Yeah, everything is a participation trophy.
Now, this is just it, though, is that to tie these two subjects together, okay, is that as an adult, everything is my way or the highway. But apparently when we're dealing with kids now, it's everything needs to be a compromise so they don't feel threatened or upset or hurt
Or
or
worried,
harmed
yeah.
or worried or scared. It's like those are the things all
But
children...
Christina, they're real allergies.
Those are the things that kids are supposed to be feeling. If all we're doing is teaching
Is
them to
coddling
feel
them.
proud of themselves no matter what the fuck they do, then that's how you breed all of this goddamn entitlement that's out there. It's bullshit. There's nothing wrong with it. And everybody thinks that authority is abuse.
No,
It's
not.
abusive. To assert your authority over somebody is abusive. It's like, no, it's
You know,
not.
it seems to me that the people who would make that statement are probably the ones who were called out for, you know, going against the group back in the day.
Well, I mean, even parents nowadays, parents of our generation and everything who say like, well, I'm not going to punish my kids like my parents punished me. It's like, and how's that going for you? Were you punished as a kid?
Many, many times.
How'd you turn out?
I'm fine.
I was punished as a kid. How'd I turn out?
Wonderful. Well, we did both just
Ooh,
watch.
I just cracked my neck so hard.
Did it come? Are we going to hear this one on the?
No, probably not. It was in my teeth. Ugh.
So we just watched each other's like old Christmas tapes,
Mm-hmm.
and you were a delight.
And I texted my sister and I said, we're fucking adorable. And she texted me back. She said, you were a menace. And I'm like, ouch.
See,
I'm like, yeah, but I was fucking cute.
I'm certain that my brothers would say this. I mean, you saw me the other day, like watching myself as a kid go through Christmas morning. Like that was a sobering experience.
There was a moment in your Christmas home video where your dad told you to stop doing something, and then you did it anyway, and you just hear him on the tape. What did I just say?
Oh, it wasn't like that. It was, what did I just say?
No.
Oh yeah.
No, not that time.
And then Mark lost it with me too, because I think I wanted to, like, I got a tape or something and I wanted to put it on while we opened presents. I'm like, why not? Because we want to hear each other. We don't want to hear that. Which, as an adult, it's just like, okay,
yeah,
you're not wrong, but at, whatever, 10, 11 years old, it's just like, come on, lighten up.
But that's just it, is that, like, the idea that I get really upset to hear about to hear like the emails that teachers send out and everything now, that it's like, we're working with the students to, create a space where they feel comfortable. And it's like, I'm sorry, stop it. Stop. I've been a teacher on many different levels. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have taught kids from 4 years old to 18 years old. And let me tell you something. They all need to be put in their place in the classroom. I'm not saying smack them with a ruler or anything like that. I'm not suggesting that. But if a kid is acting out, guess what? You don't get to go outside and play now. If a kid isn't doing their work, guess what? You don't get to go outside and play now.
And here's the mistake that most...
And if you're older and you don't do those things, guess what? You fucking fail.
I spent a lot of years working in schools too, and here's the mistake that most adults make, okay? Especially when it comes to unruly kids. Mm-hmm. They think that you just have to hammer in, your authority to them.
Yes.
And that's just going to make them act out more.
Yeah.
If you talk to them like human beings, mm-hmm. and I know this because I've done it many times, if you reason with them and show them logic and you have a one-on-one conversation, you can get them to understand your perspective. I've had it happen many, many times where I've watched like principals and, whoever like lose their shit with kids who don't understand, like, why do I have to be here? Why do I have to listen to you? Why this? Why that? Why can't I just do whatever the fuck I want? I've seen kids curse at teachers. I've seen kids hit teachers.
I had a 4-year-old call me a dumb bitch one time.
And it's just, and then they send them on to me in a past life, the security guard, and I'm just like, listen, what do you want out of this place? Like, what do you really want? What do you want to do with your life? And then they tell me, and I'm just like, okay, you have to play by the rules until then. You want to get to this point? Just suck it up and do what they're telling you, okay? That way you'll get out of their fucking face and you won't have to look at them or deal with them, okay?
It's a reframing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember, and I told you, that when I was student teaching at a school in upstate New York, it was K through 12. The senior class that year was 22 students. 21 of them graduated. And the one kid that did not graduate was not like a nasty kid or anything like that. He didn't give enough of a fuck about graduating. He was already 18. And I think he just went to school at that point because he didn't have anywhere else to go.
Now, go ahead.
And sorry, but like, in talking to this kid, he had it all planned out. He's like, well, I'm just going to join Public Works anyway, and blah, 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 and everything. Yeah. And I was just like, then you know what? Then sit there and keep your mouth shut. Let me focus on the other kids who actually want to get out of here, who want to, maybe learn, who knows, fucking learn something and everything. And I was not afraid to fail anybody. That's just it. You understand, we have a social contract, you and me, as student and teacher. And the deal is if you uphold your entire end, you will, at the very least, pass this class. Now, the degree to which you put your effort will determine what your grade is. But if you break that contract, I will fail you. It's like, it is not, it's the same thing when we were talking about that guy who wanted to buy the ring. And it's just like, well, if maybe I can talk you down on the price because I only want certain parts of it. And it's like,
that's not how that works.
That's not how that works. It's like, once it's out of here, I don't give a fuck what you do with it. That's out of my control. So when a student leaves my classroom, That's on them. It's not my job to make sure that they go off and have a brilliant life and make tons of money.
The reason that I say it the way that I do is because think about how you would have a conversation with another person, okay?
Another human person.
Another human person. We are all self-centered to varying degrees, okay? That's a fact.
Yeah.
Okay? And when you're talking to or negotiating with somebody or just whatever, like each person would like to know that to some degree the other person has a degree of consideration
Yes.
for them, their needs, their wants, their desires, their feelings, okay? If you're trying to get somebody to do something, whether it be a student that you're responsible for, or a coworker or an employee or whatever it is, when you are in the pursuit of trying to get someone to do things your way, it doesn't seem like they're going to be likely at all to take your side or your advice or whatever if they feel like you don't care about them.
Right.
So if you can show a kid or a child or a teenager or whatever that you're looking out for their interest, and whereas their interactions with another adult were less than favorable, if you level with them and you show them that you actually give a shit and you want to help them achieve their goal, don't you think they're going to be a little bit more likely to take your suggestion?
I will give you the more likely.
I know it's not always.
It's
but
not
again,
always.
In my experience, that has worked.
And I agree with you.
You don't have to be an authoritarian with
No,
them.
no.
You don't have to pound it into their heads. You don't have to get aggressive with them, but you do have to assert your authority.
And that's the problem, is that we are becoming so soft and so overly agreeable, especially when it comes to kids.
Now,
and it's just like, it drives me a little crazy because, to be perfectly honest, I find that I have patience when it comes to kids. Okay? Kids are learning, they're being molded, they're figuring their shit out and everything, and I give them all the leeway it takes to do that. But you make me repeat myself half a dozen times and it will come out, do it because I said so.
Now, I liken the leaders of the Scouts to our condo board because
Useless?
the positions they hold, okay, nobody really wants that responsibility. They like having the title, they like the recognition, but nobody wants to have to do the work because you have to do the work.
Yeah.
And all eyes are on you when you're in that position. Especially, it's frustrating when you can't get people to do what you want them to do. And every one of these meetings I go to, just like when we go to the condo meetings, you have these people standing at the front of the room and they're trying to get everybody to calm down and quiet and listen and follow instructions or whatever. And these kids couldn't give a fuck. Just like how when we're in the room, half the neighbors couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And it's kind of pathetic. It's like, if that were me up there, I would make them hear me.
But don't you think that it falls on the parents to impose on their kids before sending them out to situations like this, to say someone is in fact in charge?
Yes.
And being in charge means everyone has to
Listen,
follow
yeah.
them and listen to them.
I've said to
and that's the problem, is that they're apparently not being taught that.
I've said to Henry, and anytime Henry's been present for my meetings with his teachers, I'm like, when you're here, she's in charge. You listen to her or him or whoever. Like, you follow their instructions.
Yes.
Period. Because if I get a call or an email, you and I are going to have one of those talks that you usually end up tearing up over. Because, again, he's been coddled. Knock on wood, like, he has almost never given me trouble in his entire life. He has almost never.
There's still time. Yeah, toy.
He has almost never given me a hard time, never talked back, never gotten aggressive with me. He pouts here and there. He throws a tantrum.
He throws tantrums.
He doesn't like losing. He doesn't like things being taken away from. But nobody does. Okay, and it's my job, our job as the parents, to instruct him, like, this is what you do, this is what you say, this is how you bounce back from something, like how to reframe it, because we were that age at one point. We were, taught by our parents and by our teachers and by our, whoever, whatever adults in the room. But it's just like, I mean, you're absolutely right. Like, how are these kids supposed to, how are they supposed to be instilled with any sort of value or values if they're not getting the right message from all the right people?
That's just it. Is the buck keeps getting passed. The parents say, well,
Let
the
the teachers
teachers
do it.
let the teachers do it, but the teachers don't do it. So the teachers pass it back. The responsibility is now passed back to the parents, and now the parents are supposed to take responsibility for what the teachers are supposed to be doing. And now the kid is just sort of floating in the ether between these two areas of their life, and they're not understanding that not just that either of these people are in charge, both of them are in charge, but neither one of them are doing anything about it. Neither one of them are doing anything about it. And then you have a situation like us where you have satellite parents who can't assert our authority on a daily basis. So now the kids, like, Henry plays video games at his grandmother's house, plays computer games and stuff like that. Things that we said he shouldn't be doing. Not necessarily should be doing, should be monitored a little bit more closely and everything. And it's like, we could tell him when he's here, like, no, you're not going to do that here. It doesn't fucking matter because he's just going to go do it at her house. Right. So it's like, we can't stop those things. So when they're getting different messages from every place, it's like none of it means anything to them because no one is in agreement, because no one can agree that authority is okay.
But you also have to admit that when he is with us, like, you and I are not fighting over what rules he's going to follow. He never sees us conflict, right?
I wouldn't say never.
Come on.
I wouldn't say never.
Do you have an example on hand?
Do I have an example on hand? Of recent?
Like...
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
Yes, I do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This past Sunday. Yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Father's Day.
Yeah.
We were at church.
Mm-hmm.
And... he always gets complimented so much. Oh, he's so good. He's such a good boy. And he is. He just sits there and he sort of kicks his feet a little bit and and he's whipping around his glow stick and everything because he just came from a rave. And, he's sitting there and he was given an activity book.
Yeah.
He was given an activity book. And he doesn't, he's flipping through the pages looking for the word searches and the puzzles and stuff like that so that he can play before Mass starts. And you said... he could use it, he could play with it during the homily. And I said no. And you said, it's no big deal. And I said no. And the reason why I said no was specifically actually for this exact reason, is that just because he's doing it quietly, and I know that you were permitted to play with toys during Mass because it kept you quiet, and that's perfectly fine. Your mother and father did a good job with you. But to me, giving him something like that, this is an hour out of his entire life every week. Mm-hmm. It's like giving him something like that during something like this, where it's like, this is the person that we're focusing our attention on right now, whether you're listening or not. But what we do is we sit here and we pay attention. Mm-hmm. Okay? And if we just give him that, then there's no reason to stop at that point. What's to stop him from saying, well, I'm being quiet so I can play, on the phone, or I could, bring a toy with me and everything. And where does it stop? It's like, this is the same thing. It can translate into his classroom where he doesn't want to do the work, but he's not acting up. So he's just not going to pay attention to the teacher.
I completely agree with what you're saying. I absolutely do, because I do want him to pay attention for that hour. However, I'm about to deflate your entire argument.
You wanted an example and I gave it to you. We're not having an argument.
Okay.
I'm guessing you're about to start an argument. What do you got?
I'm not saying that we're having an argument. I'm saying I'm deflating your argument.
Okay. Go for it. I'm ready. I don't know what you're going to say.
Are you ready to let me speak?
Yeah.
I didn't challenge you on that.
No, you didn't.
Exactly.
I didn't say you did.
I asked you to come up with an example of where he would see us conflict when it came to instructions, and you brought up this example.
This is the example I brought up because when I think, not that we had a conflict, but that you said one thing and I said something different.
That's not the same. That's not the same as him not being able to decipher which one he's going to follow.
Okay, I will give you that. You asked for an example and I gave you what I had, man.
So I go back to my original point. He has never seen the two of us conflicting.
Probably not.
We'll be right back.
But only probably.
Because I don't think he should see us conflict, because his brother saw his mother and I conflict all the time. And look at what happened there.
Yeah, but there is a difference between conflicting and having, arguments about parenting and downright fighting.
Yeah, but we don't have arguments about parenting in front of him. What I'm saying is that if you provide the better argument, not to say that we're arguing, the better solution, the better, judgment call, whatever it is, okay? Then I am reasonable enough to go along with that and then not fight you on it, unless it's something I feel incredibly strongly about, which I think that if the roles were reversed, you do the exact same thing.
Yes.
Okay? But I go back to my original statement, and that is that when it comes to him and the rules that we set for him, he does not see us clash because 99.9 repeating percent of the time, you and I are in agreement about what rules he's going to follow.
Usually, yeah. Yeah. But he understands, and it took him a while to understand, okay, that you and I in this house are the authority figures.
No, it took him a while to understand that you are a equal authority figure because, you're not his biological parent. And I had to remind him on multiple occasions that, yes, when he is here, you are equally...
I outrank him.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Don't apologize to
me.
me.
The fact of the matter is I outrank him. But that's just it, is that, we were talking about the buck being passed.
Yeah, because nobody wants to take the responsibility for anything. The Packmaster even said to me, he's just like, I really like to not have to fucking do this, because nobody wanted the job. They were looking for a new pack. They were looking for parental volunteers to take on more of scheduling and planning the activities for the kids and whatnot. And the thing is, nobody really wants to be bothered. They just want it to be the place where they drop their kids off and let them go while the parents sit around on their phones and chat with each other.
Well, I'm guessing that's where we're at.
But the thing that bugged me was the fact that, I don't want to, the guy was trying, but he wasn't trying really hard, and he certainly wasn't asserting his authority. He just kept kind of saying to the kids, if you guys don't calm down, we're not going to get to go see the old schoolhouse. It's just why would the kids just finished school yesterday? Why do they want to go see a 300-year-old schoolhouse? Let them fucking play basketball.
Now you, in that same breath, told me that I lost it. Shit.
Spain is a very beautiful place.
Spain is very beautiful. You told me about that, and you told me about the parents, something the parents said.
Oh, the parents were talking about
abuse.
Child abuse.
Yes,
yeah.
They were talking about
They were
abuse.
let's bring back fighting.
Yeah, one of the parents said, a lot of problems could be solved if
quicker with a punch.
Yeah. And it's not, necessarily. It's a poor delivery of an idea. I don't think that this person was advocating for, children starting bare knuckle boxing after school and everything.
No, but just let them fight it out,
Now we have talked to your child about that, because he has pushed and kicked
and been pushed.
Yeah. And we told him, as you get older and the kids get bigger, if they push you back, it's gonna hurt.
The other thing too is that, he experienced that on Saturday. He, out of the entire group he was playing football with, he was the second smallest kid, even with kids his own age.
Because they won't eat.
Yeah, which we also keep telling
Because
him.
he won't eat anything but French fries.
And everybody went chasing after the football, and everyone piled over him, and their knees went to his head and things like that.
Well, wasn't that also because he was breaking the rules?
He wasn't breaking the rules. Another kid was breaking the rules, and he was getting upset about it.
But he was throwing the football
That's
away from the kids.
Well, no, that's what.
I thought that was why they were chasing after him.
No, I said to him, I'm like, listen, the whole object of the game was if somebody catches the ball, they get to take the place of the thrower. And if it fumbles, that doesn't count. So rather than throw it fairly, like straight ahead and see if somebody could catch it, Henry was like throwing it far left, far right. And I'm like, it's not really fair to the rest of these kids if you're I mean, I know that's kind of the point of the game, but you have, a dozen little kids here who are here to have fun. And, you're laughing very egomaniacally about it.
Well, we talked him off that ledge also later yesterday because that kid is a very sore winner.
But as soon as I said to him, like, play fair. Come on. He gave me the sad,
yep, I'm
gonna
gonna start crying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start crying. And I asked him 2 weeks ago. I said, "Do you do that because you can get away with something if you start crying?" And he just goes,
I wonder who taught him that. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. But that's just it. Is that he's
was it you?
No, I'm sure that he has seen, because that's just it. Is that when an adult perceives that they are approaching a situation with a kid that they don't want to handle, okay? That the kid is upset, that the kid is angry or sad or something like that. They are like, no. I mean, they do. You do with babies all the time. It's like we coddle them. It's the same thing with the cat. When she's scratching at the door, it's like, oh, just let her in. It's like we give in.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want to see my kid upset or sad or
no,
whatever.
Of course not.
But I also don't want him to be the outcast amongst his peers because he's selfish. Like, he really wanted to be the one throwing the ball. And at one point, he finally caught. I kept telling him, I'm like, go to the front. You're the shortest one. Go to the front. You'll more likely catch it that way. And he just kept pouting. So at one point, he catches it. And I'm like, finally, he gets his opportunity again. And some other kid brings the shortest member of the group up front and goes, he hasn't had a turn yet. He's going to throw it now. And Henry starts crying because he's just like, I caught the ball fair and square, which he did. And this other kid, understandably so, is trying to take it away from him because the shortest one hadn't had a chance to throw yet. And I said to Henry, I'm like, listen, give it to him, let him throw it a couple of times, and then you take it back, okay?
It would have been like, throw the ball to him.
Yeah, or that.
Give him a chance to catch it.
Okay. So he gave it to him, pouted a little bit, kid threw it, and then Henry goes to take it back, and then the kid who brought him over starts yelling at Henry saying, no, it's his turn. His turn. He's the short guy. He didn't get to throw because he hadn't caught it yet. And Henry's getting upset. He's like, I followed the rules. I caught the ball fair and square. This is how we're playing. And I had to say to this other kid, I'm like, listen, these are the rules you guys picked. You follow them. You don't get to take it from my son just because,
Was these the kids that called you adult?
Yes. Because they didn't know who I was. And I'm like, listen, I just had to lecture my son about playing fair. Now you guys need to learn how to play fair. He caught it fair and square, and when one of you catch it, you can take it from him. Until then, go kick rocks.
And nobody's got the balls to say that to a kid.
So in an effort to because this is something I would have hoped an adult would have done when I was their age. In an effort to make it more fair and give everybody a chance, I said, all right, the 5 of you over there and the 4 of you over here. And they're like, well, you can play on our team because that'll give us 5. You're the adult.
Adult?
Yeah.
Hey, adult.
I was like, all right, whatever. And I'm like, we're going to throw it back and forth to each other. And if the opposing team catches it, they get to call over a player from the other team.
Red Rover style.
Exactly. And the first team to get all players on their side wins. And then this way, everyone has a chance to get their hands on the ball. Of course, some kids still kind of pouted at that idea. But I'm like, all right, at least, everybody's not like piling up on each other and whatnot. Henry actually got upset when I caught the ball and I called him over. I'm like, what? You don't want to be on my team? I wanted to be on the other team. I'm like, all right, fine. Well, when they catch it, you can go back.
I mean, this is just it, is like we are so afraid of being perceived as the bad guy. And that's the same thing with adults, though. It's not just with kids.
I've been the villain so many times.
That's why people have... They get to a point where they're just like, they feel compelled to withhold their 2 cents, not out of self-preservation, not like, it's for my own peace of mind. I'm not going to get sucked into this bait, and I'm not going to be baited. I'm not going to do this. I know
Like,
how I feel about that. Who needs that headache? And I have felt that way for decades at this point. But we have gotten to a point where it's just like, I don't want to post my opinion online because I'm going to get flack for it. I don't enter into conversations with people at work because I'm going to get flack for it. It's like all of these things. It's like we are quite literally stifling the truth about our individualities, not because it's for our peace of mind, because of an anxiety that's been instilled in us that you are going to be seen as the outlier, as an abuser, as a big bully, or whatever the fuck else and everything, if God forbid you have the balls to speak the truth.
I have been the conscientious objector my whole life. So you know what? From my perspective, it's this. Because years ago, anytime something like this would have come up, I would have been, like Henry. I would have been hurt and like, fuck you, you're a fucking asshole, But I've been growing a very thick skin as of late, and I'm refraining from commenting or responding back and things like that. Not because I don't want to be criticized, but because I don't want to turn into the asshole that I despise. Because I now see myself as having the ability to be all those people that I have a disdain for and come back with, the smart remarks. And it's just like, but I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to be that person. There have been times where I've used that tactic. Yeah. I used it today, but I really should have just kept my mouth shut and not, made a comment on the thread to begin with, because
so you did comment on it.
I commented on something, yeah, and somebody was like, way to go, dumbass. You just let the world know that you made a dumb decision. And I'm just like, you mean kind of like how you did with X, Y, and Z, ... And I'm like, the more I think about it, the more I'm like, okay, I am not that person. And I don't want to turn into that person.
You don't want to be Kyle.
No. But with every little one of these instances, my skin is growing a little bit thicker because I'm just fucking fed up. I'm fed up with people thinking they can just say and do whatever the fuck they want with no repercussion. There should be fucking repercussions. There absolutely should be. And until there is, I like the fact that there are groups on Facebook or social media or whatever that I can go into and I can have communal conversations with like-minded people. Mm-hmm. I'd much rather do it in person. But again, if somebody that I have a commonality with is, on the other side of the country, it's really only plausible that I'm going to be able to do it through Facebook.
But isn't it kind of shitty that you have to have these conversations with people that you have commonality with? Like, why can't you have it with anybody?
Because somebody in that space deems it necessary in their own small little world to respond negatively, to villainize, to see my comment and to be like, oh yeah, well, I think your comment's stupid. I think your interpretation is stupid. I think your position, I think your opinion is stupid. And I'm going to let you and everybody else in this group know.
Yep. And then please, for the love of God, read this comment and everybody like it so that, everybody can point out just how many people think you're stupid. It's just so
demoralizing.
Dumb. It's so demoralizing. And this is why I scroll past all of this bullshit, because it's like, I don't even want to bother reading it.
Like I said,
I don't need to know everybody's opinions on everything. Who cares?
There have been so many times where I've been in a group chat about, whatever, one of my interests, and I'm like, and I ask an honest question. And rather than get an answer from the person who has it, I get, how the fuck could you not know that, you fucking moron? Like, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. And it's like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Like, who ruined your day?
Who hurt you, baby?
Who scraped the icing off your cupcake? Did you not get enough hugs as a kid? Like, for fuck's sake.
Remember when social media was all pictures of what you were eating?
No.
You don't remember that?
I mean, I know people did that.
I remember that was like the inception of Instagram. Was everybody posting pictures of their food and everything, and then it that was what it was like. We were so sick and tired of it that we just scrolled past it until the trend was over.
What year did Instagram come out?
I don't know. I think I joined in 2010.
I joined in 2018.
Okay.
Because I didn't find a need for one.
Yeah.
And I still don't find a need for one because Facebook has everything that Instagram has.
Well, Facebook owns Instagram. It's all Meta.
It does now,
Yeah.
but it didn't previously. But again, Facebook has the ability to post pictures, videos, reels, stories. Opinions.
I'm getting to a point where I'm done with all of it.
But see,
honestly.
now you have people that have either one or the other, and a smaller growing group of people who have both.
Yeah, I have
a shrinking group. Excuse me.
I have both.
See, I don't want to.
But I don't. I just use them to post to each other.
I'm still of the opinion because you're trying to
for the people who only have one.
But see, I still don't want to have all these different platforms.
No.
I don't care which one it is. I just want just the one, and I want everybody to have an account on it, and then that way, just like in the old days, when you go to post, the only people who are seeing it are the people that are tied to your account.
Maybe it'll happen one day. Maybe this Meta will literally be like FYE. It'll consume all of its other platforms, and it will just have the one.
I know that's really homogenous, but it's just like, that's how it was for so long. It's like everybody had MySpace, and then Facebook came along, and then everybody switched to Facebook and forgot about MySpace. And then after that, every single time one came out, everybody moved to that one. And it's just like...
Well, I think after Facebook and then like Twitter came out and Tumblr, it's like that's when people started doubling down on them. They're just like, well, now I have both. Now I have all of them.
But what is...
They didn't move
why
from one
do you
to the
fucking
other.
need them?
God
like
knows.
you shouldn't need more than one. Like
they all do the same fucking thing.
Exactly.
They all do the same thing. But that's just it. Is even these new platforms where like-minded people get together, all they're doing are bitching about the people who aren't on that platform.
Like OnlyFans. OnlyFans is the platform for fucking sex workers.
But it's not.
Blue Sky. It's the platform for just Democrats and liberals.
But all they're doing is bitching about Republicans. It's like you can do that to their faces on Facebook.
And the funny thing is, I still hear fucking liberals and Democrats complaining about X while being on it. It's just like,
but
okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's like, then go to fucking Blue Sky and stop complaining. People like bitching. People just in the same way that people check to see how many clicks that they get and how many views that they had. People like to see how many people care about their opinion, how many people care about their side of things, how many people liked their post, how many people agreed with their opinion, agreed with their take on things.
Do you think that stems from a childhood where they were validated a little too much?
Probably.
Ooh, look at us bringing it right back around.
The selfishness.
All of it coming
greediness.
Right back around. This entitlement. Ugh. It hurts my guts. It really does. Because it's just like I'm telling you, I have been in situations as, I've been socially around kids, I've been educationally around kids, I've been, as a parent around kids and everything, and it's just like I treat them all like little people. And the fact of the matter is that as you grow up into a bigger person, I'm not going to treat you any differently. And I think, just to me, this is just my opinion, I think, in my opinion, that sort of consistency is what will actually build a fully realized individual human person. It's like, I'm not going to treat you like a baby when you're a baby. Like, once you grow out of diapers, it's like, you're a person. Once you can take a piss by yourself, you're a person. You're growing into these things. And I'm not going to be like, oh, well, it's okay that you can't do that. It's like, no, you're going to go try. Try. Because if an adult couldn't do that, you're not going to treat an adult who can't piss by themselves, right? Do you treat them like a baby just because they can't do that?
Yes.
You do not. You absolutely do not. You never treated your dad like a baby when he peed.
When he peed in my chair, I did. I can hear so much of your mother in you right now.
But, well, my mother and I have similar perspectives when it comes to this kind of shit.
Like my old man always used to say, you want to see what a woman's going to be like in 20 years? Look at her mother.
Hi, Mom. It really chaps my nads. It really does.
Isn't it chap my hide?
Whatever.
Do you have nads?
Yes. They're not boy nads, but girls have nads. What do you think? Boys are the only ones that have nads?
Okay, I'm mistaken on what nads is a reference to.
Gonads. Not to be confused with the sugar waxing shit that we used in the 90s, which was also called nads. Not nerds, nads!
It's another one that could just continue on.
It just blows my fucking mind that we are tearing each other apart as adults for wanting to assert authority as an authority figure. Like, you can't even be an expert in a field anymore.
Without somebody challenging you.
God forbid you go to a doctor and they tell you something you don't like. They tell you need to lose weight. And it's like, that's sizist. That's sizist. I won't do that. It's like, well, no, your cholesterol is through the roof. You really should try and lose weight or we're going to have to put you on medication. No, I won't do it. I'll go to some Chinese herbalist who will tell me I'm perfect in every way. And it's like, listen, I'm not saying you're not a good person. And I'm not saying that fat people aren't cool. I'm a fat chick, okay? That's true. But the fact of the matter is that you need to, at some point, trust the system. And when I say the system, I mean the whole system. Okay? Adults are adult for a reason because they made it that far. And they now outrank kids. And it's okay to tell your kids that the teacher outranks them. It's okay to tell your kids that if you want to be a part of the Scouts, you have to fucking listen to the leader. It's okay to tell your kids that. And if your kids say no, then you tell them, then you aren't allowed to do it.
I'm just thinking about everybody who posts in my feed now, and it's ... and Donald Trump's a pedophile. ... He's a pedophile.
Yeah, well.
Epstein's a pedophile. Never hung out with a pedophile. I was in a band once, never with a pedophile. And it's just
unless they were in Lost Prophets, and then they were in a band with a pedophile. A big one. He's dead now, I think.
Yeah, he got killed in prison.
Yeah, it took long enough.
And I'm just like, who hurt you? Who hurt you, Lionel? Lionel, who hurt you? Who hurt you? What's the matter with you?
It's just outrageous to me. It's outrageous to me that we are arguing over whether or not it's okay to be an authority. Because we are. But then you go to social media and everyone's a fucking authority.
Except you can now have have these conversations with people in person and in real time, because it just seems like everyone in person is a fictitious version of their Facebook self.
Ooh. Which one do you think is real?
None of them.
You don't think any of them are real?
It's not real anymore.
No?
Because how many times have I, for example, had heated debates with family members over politics on Facebook and then in person been totally fine, as if it never happened.
Well, I mean, okay, bear with me. Just because you have those conversations, and if you're pretending that they never happened, that's one thing. That's fake. But if you're no, I don't hate you just because we disagree.
Exactly, not pretending that they never,
exactly. When my sister comes here with her significant other, we don't talk about that stuff because we know it's going to be an argument. And we respect each other enough to say, we're not going to start an argument over something because we're not here to change each other's minds. See, everyone believes what they believe.
I don't know people like that because people look at me and they're just like, I have to argue with this person because I have to let them know that I'm right.
I'm feeling it right now.
What are you feeling?
I'm looking into your face and I just want to argue with you.
Thanks, Kyle.
Nobody wants to be Kyle.
I thought I was Steve.
Oh, God.
I don't give a shit anymore. I just don't. I don't fucking care.
So you're keeping your change in your pocket?
Yes.
Nice.
My money. I'll spend it on what I want to, not what you want.
On candy.
This is a good talk.
This was a good talk, and those are good nerds. Thank you out there in
Why
podcast
are they
land.
Halloween colored?
Because they're probably from Halloween.
They're
they're strawberry lemonade. They're pink and yellow.
I'm seeing orange in here. They look like fucking candy corn.
They're pink and yellow. They're strawberry lemonade. It says so on the box.
My cardiologist is gonna hate me.
Nerds don't affect your heart. They make you happy, and that's good for your heart. No, you go ahead. No, I need to spare the rest of my teeth.
This is the second time in 105 episodes that I've eaten on camera.
Yeah, I don't like it. Push your mic away while you're doing it. Push your
All
mic.
right, I'm
Don't
done.
do it into the microphone at least.
Ooh.
Anyway, thank you for tuning in. We had a blast. Find us on Instagram. On Instagram, DT Andy and JJ Star. You can email us. As my friend over here said earlier, dtandyandjjstar@gmail.com with questions, comments, concerns for our well-being, conversation starters and enders, and what you want to talk about. If you want to talk to us, we're here to talk.
We're here for
Call
you.
in. Call now. Operators are standing by. I had to say it.
I haven't heard that in so long.
Say it. The Westchester Tattoo Con has been announced officially October 2nd through 4th this year at the White Plains.
Formerly Blood and Ink.
Formerly Blood and Ink. We're going back to our roots because it's the 10th year. It's the 10th year that we're doing this, so it's going back to its roots. It's going back to being more of a tattoo convention, less of a horror con and everything, but it's all walks of life, and it's going to be a blast, and I'm stoked. There might even be music.
Yay.
It's crazy.
I'm not in a band anymore.
You could do it anyway. But yes, we will be there. So find Love Hard Art on Instagram. Find Coat of Arms Tattoo. Hopefully I can get them to do it.
This one video I did got almost 3,000 plays. Like, I don't know.
And crawling.
I don't know any band I've ever been in that's gotten that.
Good for you. Good for you. Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Proud of you. What else? Do we have any other housekeeping going on? Download Podbean. Follow us and like us on Podbean.
Download Andy.
Download Andy. Downtown_Andy and Just Starable on Instagram also. You can also go to That Talking Podcast is on Facebook for no reason whatsoever, just to reach some new people. And we've reached some new people. Thank you for that. But I think that's it. I think that's it. Yes, Podbean, because that's where we get our money. So download Podbean, please. Do you have anything you want to add? Final thoughts? You're not going to burp, are you?
No.
Spain is very beautiful.
Was a run by fruiting.
And that's it for us. That is a full lid on today from the four of us here at That Talking Podcast. I am JJ Star.
And I'm Downtown Andy.
We'll talk to you later.